I'm going to be calling some realtors today, maybe just one or two. I've got some other things, but I wanted to try to get this convo in. Let's see, how are we sounding? How is that mic coming through? I've got my volume up pretty high on that bad boy. Let me see if I can add a little filter. Yeah, we've got that on already, so should be coming through pretty loud and clear. And guys, you can always follow me on all my socials. If you're catching me on YouTube, feel free to subscribe there. Also, I'm trying to get my Instagram up, guys. Can you please help me get to 1,000 subs so that it's a new account. I need to get to 1,000 subs so I can stream there. Please, follow me. Search for me at Traveling Investing on Instagram or on YouTube. I'm also on Twitch and Kick and TikTok. So catch me wherever you find me, but please subscribe on Instagram. It will help me a lot. And YouTube. All right, guys. I'm going to make a quick call here. See what we got. Had some stuff sent to me over the weekend. And let's kick it off. Let's see if our sound is going to come through. I've got my virtual input here, and I've got check my mic set up here. Make sure you guys can hear me. Yeah, should be good. Let's see what comes through here. See if anybody answers. Oh dear. There we go.
Please leave your message for 47041875569.
Hey. I'll let him call me back. All right, on to the next. That didn't work. I can try to call this other one. There we go. I knew he'd call back. Hey, John, how are you?
Hey, Ron, I'm doing good, man. Doing good. It's been a hectic last few days, brother, but hey, we're getting through it. My man. How about yourself?
Doing well. Yeah, the same. Always looking from one property to the next, trying to find something that's a deal. So I'm glad to connect, man. You've been working over the weekend, so you're out there really hustling.
Oh yeah, man. Gotta put the pedal to the metal here, man. So yeah. Typically on the weekends, I try to get out and do some driving for dollars, and then go check up on some other contacts that may have some additional properties and things of that nature that they're looking to offload here, man. But yeah, this weekend was pretty hectic too, because I had family in town for my younger sister's graduation. So I was out trying to do some business work, and then they were pulling me one direction, and I was trying to go another direction. But they actually just left today and went back home to California, and then another part of the family went back home to Ohio. So things are getting back to normal scheduled programming here. Thankfully here, man.
Oh, nice. And that's cool, man. California, you say? You got family in California?
Yeah, just my I got a few cousins out there, but it was my older sister, who was in town. She lives out in Hollywood area.
Wow.
And so she's been out there for probably about 7 years, I think now. So she's back on that side of the map now, man. But yeah, I try to get out to California at least like once every 2 years or so. Definitely due for a trip out there here soon. So I might make it a trip with a girlfriend, because she's never been to California in general. So we might check it out sometime this year. But in order to do that, man, you got to get some more deals closed first.
Yeah, I hear that.
Yeah. Yeah, man. But yeah, Rylan, glad we could connect here. So I'm actually headed to back over in that area to check out another property this particular seller has. But yeah, so for 15 and 41 Oak, they're a part of a portfolio that a gentleman, my business partner and I connected with through one of our contractors actually. And so he has quite a few single family homes down here in Atlanta. And I want to say it's about 24, 25 single family homes here in Atlanta. And he actually just got an offer from a PE firm on half of them. But the half that he got an offer for, those were like Section 8, homes that he actually has a current tenant in.
Yeah.
But he has some more that are vacant, and those that are vacant are the ones that I sent you, the 15 and 41 Oak. 15 Oak, that one's a pretty interesting one because it sits on a corner lot. It's about 940 square feet, 3-bedroom, 1 bath. He previously had it rented for around $1,650 in Section 8 rent, but it's vacant right now. It is rent ready, but in order to get it up to resale ready, we were estimating anywhere from I'd say roughly about $45K, quite frankly, in rehab. There's a new roof on there. The owner here installed a new roof on there in the last few years. It's no older than 5 years old, the roof itself. The systems in there are operable. They're working. I would potentially, if I were to move forward with it, I would potentially replace the HVAC unit outside. It's a little outdated. I don't have the exact year on it. I can ask. But it is a little outdated. And then it has a 2-car garage as well, which I would say is one of the value add points there because there's no other home in that area that has a 2-car garage. Most of the homes in that area have a carport situation or just a paved driveway there. And so for that one, it's 3-bedroom, 1 bath, about 930 square feet. Need some cosmetic upgrades, quite frankly. Basically lipstick on a pig to get it up to market ready there. And then the 41 Oak property, that one needs a little bit more work, I would say, in terms of rehab. It needs some exterior touch-up, paint, landscaping, and then, of course, all new interior painting as well. Need some new floors and throughout the home also. 41 Oak is a 3-bedroom, 1 bath, 2, and that one's pretty much the same size as 15 Oak. They're both around 930, 950 square feet, within that range there. And then 41 Oak is a 1956 build. 15 Oak is a 1960 build. And then they both sit on a crawl space as well. 41 Oak actually has a nice sized lot. I would say that lot size is probably about a little less than half an acre, maybe about 0.4 acres in the lot size. And it has a carport, doesn't have a driveway, but they're just a couple houses down from each other too. And then he said he was getting anywhere from $1,500 to $1,600 in Section 8 rent for that one as well there. If you wanted to replace the windows on both of those, you definitely could. They both, I would say both of them, could use a good set of new windows, but, not necessarily a need there, quite frankly. And then with 41 Oak, let me see. Oh, with 15 Oak, excuse me, that one needs, new paint on the interior, new paint on the exterior as well, both the garage and the home, get it up to market ready. And then 15 Oak actually has the original hardwood floors in every room except the bathroom and the kitchen. The kitchen has the, what do they call them? Not LVP, but the laminate flooring in there. But yeah, he's looking to essentially sell both of those. We have it under contract now, and we're looking to sell both of them for around 315. But we do have some wiggle room there if need be.
Oh, okay, interesting. Is there a split of those numbers, like which the asking price for each?
Yeah, great question. Great question there, Alan. So for the 15 Oak, we're looking at I would say 165 for the 15 Oak property.
155.
65, 165.
Oh.
And then 150 for the 41 Oak.
All right. Okay. So what do you think? What do you think your buyer looks like on these? Is it just a buy and hold investor looking for the Section 8 with a 20% down on with their lender?
Yeah. So in that area, Rylan, it's very rental heavy. I would say it's probably about 60% rentals versus home ownership over there. So depending on the type of upgrade you guys do to it, I mean, if you want to just sell it off to a investor that'll rent it out, then I'd say you can probably get away with $20K in rehab work on 15 Oak there versus the actual 45. Because quite frankly, it's pretty much rent ready right now there. And so going back to your question there, if you want to keep it just to where it is rent ready, then I would say, yeah, you can sell that to an investor easily. Now, if you wanted to take a shot at the market and sell it as a retail listing, typically in that area, you'd have like your first time home buyers. There's a lot of first time home buyers in that side of town. Typically like your blue collar workers, I would say. Not too many white collar folks over there. But a lot of like, your factory workers or even like teachers that live in the area also, or even folks that work for the city of Atlanta or the city of, East Point, because East Point's right around the corner from it. There, and more than likely it would be a couple or a small family there on the retail side. But if you wanted just to do like slight cosmetics to it, then yeah, you should be able to exit that one to an investor.
Well, so looking at it on Zillow estimate, it looks like it's right about at retail. I'm afraid it may be too high for me, to be able to do any kind of flip work on it. And if I was even buying and holding, I still would probably have to buy deeper.
Okay.
So I'd have to find somebody that's kind of looking for, has some issue, just needing to unload stuff. That's usually who we'd talk to because, they prefer to get a speedy and convenient transaction over just trying to, get the highest and best. Because these, there's just not enough really room in them for us. And as far as, I just wouldn't really make much or I don't know if I'd make anything
Understood.
on the rent with the mortgage. It'd be kind of tight, you know. I don't
Where
know.
would you need it to be at for both exit strategies?
Well, I mean, I'll tell you, man. I mean, I'm looking at stuff as a goal like 50 to 65% of the after repair value. So I'd be so
Okay.
low, I wouldn't be able to really offer anything. But yeah, you have people that would buy this. The tricky thing is, I don't know how they would make money on it if they are paying their mortgage. That's the tricky thing, you know. It just I get 20, 50 at retail sent to me like this, and there's just not really much I can do with them.
Yeah. So you need something with more of a deeper discount.
Yeah, rougher condition, someone just
Rougher,
needing to
yeah.
walk away. You know, the only way something like this would work is if they did want to do a subject to transaction where does he have own them in cash, or does he have a mortgage on them?
No mortgage on them. Yeah, he owns them outright.
Man, yeah, he's looking for a real retail payday without
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I guess somebody could buy like that, but I mean, if you just look at one of them, like 41 Oak, yeah, yeah, it's just high for me, man, high. But you guys, so what are you doing? Are you gonna have it on the market, or are you about to post it?
No. He doesn't want to. He doesn't want to take it to the market. It's for sale by owner here.
Okay, he
And
just
so
lets you put whatever on top if you bring somebody.
Yep. So I mean, I have some wiggle room on my end, and then I can try to get him down a little bit. I mean, I wish we would have connected maybe about a month ago, because he did have one that was just in really bad shape in the same neighborhood, and I think he ended up selling that one for like $58,000, and it had I want to say the ARV on that one was like closer to like 180, 190 there. So those numbers may have been a little bit
Stuff
better.
like that is
Yeah.
stuff I look at because, you know, you add your rehab in there, your holding costs for your hard money lender, and just, you know, your hard money lender costs and holding costs and everything. It starts making sense when you're looking at it like that. Somebody just looking to get rid of something that needs a lot of work, and they're willing to factor that in. And yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But otherwise on this, I mean, heck, what would a mortgage be on it? Yeah, man, it's just retail. It's just tricky. But I mean, if he won't let you list it, how are you think you'd be able to sell to anybody, or are you just talking to everybody that you know personally and just seeing?
Yeah, so I have a couple of folks that are looking to potentially purchase it just for what do they call it, like Section 8, and then I got one gentleman here who does like some pad split stuff in that area, which would be more so ideal there versus, you know, trying to get 1,700 under one roof. You just split it by the rooms, get a little bit more, and your cash on cash return there, but.
Exactly.
But yeah, and so yeah, and that's kind of what I was telling him. Like, hey man, like the numbers are kind of tight on here for what you're asking for them, but
that's all right. They all are that way, so you just have to look at a lot, and eventually one comes in. But that's all right, man. Yeah, they're afraid they're a little high, but I can't even really run them any other way, because it's just retail. I door knock a lot also, I used to, and you know, it's the same, like everybody kind of always wants retail. We just try to find somebody that, you just got to kind of catch them at the right moment. Like your guy this previous month, that one could have potentially been something. Yeah. Because even if we're going to buy and hold it, we'd buy at that price, because then you just want to gain the equity or flip out of it. If, like say, yeah, if you can do a buy and hold. But well, tell me about this. You were trying to connect me with your cousin about that car wash. Is he still thinking about that? Because we can still look at it, or is he still in early phases, or I just didn't ever hear from him.
Yeah, he's still looking at it. Actually, I just talked to him late last week about it, and so right now he's pretty much in a back and forth phase with the franchisor there, because they want him to. It's kind of a tricky. It's like a catch-22 essentially. So right now he's trying to do like these lease to own terms. However, like they wanted him to put like around $500K down for the lease to own terms, and then they were going to charge him like I want to say like 35% of the rent on a monthly basis, which is a little high. But then again, on top of that, they wanted to work it out to where, like, hey, if you don't, buy yourself out of this lease to own within, the first year, your rent's going to increase by 2% every single year. On top of it being a triple net asset, so you got to pay tax, insurance, and all that other extra stuff as well. And so he's trying to work something out with him right now to where he can get into it with no money down from a lease to own standpoint, and then work out the rent escalation terms right now, because the rent escalation terms in combination with the rent that they're asking him to pay more so favors the franchisor than the franchisee. And quite frankly, the franchisor, they're not necessarily in a position to they don't have that much bargaining room, quite frankly, because it'd be a turnaround business, right? The business isn't necessarily performing how it needs to be and how they envision it being, quite frankly. And so he's pretty much going back and forth with them on the lease and own part. And so once he finalizes those terms, he probably have a better idea of where to go next. I definitely gave him a heads up about our conversation as well, so I'll let him know again, and then maybe we can try and hop on a call here. I don't want to keep you running in circles there, but I've definitely told him about our conversation. But he's kind of like in a back and forth phase right now with them from a negotiation standpoint, just in terms of like the lease itself and the lease terms, trying to get those structured properly before he makes the final decision. I mean, he definitely wants it, and they definitely want him. It's just a matter of, hey, can we, meet in the middle somewhere when it comes to those different lease structures, and how much they want him to pay in rent, and then rent escalations, and then how much they want him to put down, and then also the final essentially purchase price there at the end of the day, because I think they were wanting 5.5 for it. However, that 5.5, that's another thing too, like the 5.5 asking price each year that he doesn't buy them out of the lease to own agreement, that 5.5 goes from like 5.5 to 6.2 to 6.8 to 7.2, so yeah, he's in the middle of negotiating with them on that front there, Rylan. So I can give him another call this week to kind of see where his head's at,
Sure.
and keep you posted on that front there as well, man. But in addition to that, Rylan, there's a couple things. So the going back to this owner here,
Yeah.
he has another property. The address is 1479 Krogman Street in Atlanta. That's the Lakewood area as well, which is going through quite a bit of transformation. It's slowed down just a tad, but it's still seeing some rapid growth there. But it's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath on about 1,232 square feet, if I'm not mistaken. No, 1,500 square feet. And he's asking 150 for that one. The ARV numbers I pulled, looking at anywhere from like 295 to potentially 300 there. But I can see if he had some more wiggle room on that 150, right, to try and get him down a little bit more. And if I'm able to do that, then that may potentially fit within your 50 to 60% from the ARV range there.
Yeah, that could. It depends on the work needed and stuff, but yeah, for sure. If he has photos of that he could snap or are recent, and just the asking price, we can pretty much assess it just from the photos. Or I can send my guys out there too if it gets pretty serious. But yeah, that's because we try to make like 15% on that sale price. So if that true ARV is 300,000, we'll be trying to make around 45,000 on it, plus or minus, and then that's after the repairs and holding cost and private money cost and all that. So we just want to make sure we got a little room at least set up, because it's always more expensive, always takes longer.
Right.
Speaking of which, did you have one you said you guys are flipping currently and are selling now, or did you guys get that sold, or what were you saying?
Yeah. So that one, it just went under contract a couple weeks ago, and then we got our expected close date for May 29th there.
Nice.
So that's a completed flip project there. That one over in East Point area. And we found that one through a probate agent that specializes in probate. Let's think down here. So we got that one all squared away there, man. That was a project in itself, But
how long did it take? Was it just a quick one, or how were your costs and everything on it? Did everything work out the way you wanted?
No, we were definitely over budget, man. Definitely over budget on that one. And then we had bought it at 122, estimated about 80K in rehab. And then we were probably about 20K over budget, quite frankly, because we had to go through a couple different contractors. One of our contractors unfortunately got sent back home to his homeland, and that kind of set us back. And then we had another team of contractors come in, and we had to fire them halfway through the project just because of craftsmanship and the work that they were doing wasn't necessarily what we were looking for.
Oh man.
Yeah. So I mean, all in, we're probably all in at around 220, and then we're selling it at 290. No, not 290, 282. There. So I mean, still decent margins there, But yeah, it was a pretty big undertaking, man. It was all new plumbing, all new HVAC, all new electrical. Had to tear down a couple walls, even open floor pan. Then the roof is fine, so that thankfully we didn't have to do that. Installed new windows, new LVP, pretty much knew everything in there. Then fenced in the backyard and whatnot. So it took us about 4 months for the rehab side of it there, and then probably we were on the market for quite some time. Probably about 4 months on the market. There 3 months rather on the market. So yeah, it in totality about 8 months all in. unfortunately. But nevertheless, hey, got it sold. So on to the the next one there.
Yeah, man. See,
But
that's so you said you got it for how much, roughly?
122.
Okay. And then how much did you guys end up selling that for?
282.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying, man. Like it's we that's why we try to get them on some kind of deal where they're selling them quick, or you just absolutely cannot really make money. Because like you ran into, you open one wall, you open one thing, and then you realize you got to redo all the plumbing, or it just gets. You said it was 20,000 more than you expected, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
It just gets crazy,
Absolutely.
doesn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, man. And that's in itself, I was like, oh damn, we didn't even factor that in, because we thought we were super tight on our numbers, and then come to find out, it's like, little stuff like circuit breakers that killed us.
Yeah.
That was pretty costly, and then we had to, just the time and effort and resources spent for actually having to do a lot of rework when we fired the second group of contractors, and we had to bring in a whole new contractor to pretty much rework, do all the, stuff that they had previously messed up on. So then that set us back as well. So, and then you factor in holding costs also there. So yeah, and then that's the thing. It's like you never know what's going to happen with these flips. Like if, to your
Exactly.
point, you can open up a wall, and then you got to redo plumbing or redo some wiring, right? And then you got to factor in inspections and getting stuff approved, permits, and all that. Like when we first bought it, the city of East Point, their permitting system was down for a month and a half. So like we were just twiddling our thumbs for a month and a half because we couldn't get permits to get started because their system was down. So you got just random stuff like that that we had to deal with as well throughout it. But
And see, yeah, there, your number there is less than 50%. That's ideal. To just start to play ball. So that's the same for us. Like I do marketing on my site. Google ads go to my page and people fill out forms, and, you got to talk to like 60 to 120 of them to have somebody that's just, willing to take, a good, like a workable price versus trying to fix it up themselves. They're just looking for convenience and cash just to walk. That's who we try to look for. You have to talk to so many people, because if you go above that, man, you just can't make money. You can't. People think it's like ABC, but no, it's months of work. And then you got to sell it. How was the market in that area? How long did you end up having it for sale there?
Yeah, man. So we had it for sale for about 3-4 months there. So it was interesting because average days on market when we bought it was 60 days, and then when we went to market, it jumped up to 80 days, and then when we finally sold it, average days on market in the area was 90 days.
Oh
so,
my gosh.
Yeah, and so like the market started to tank just a little bit in that particular neighborhood as time went on. Unfortunately, but I mean, we've got a crap ton of showings, man. We ended up having like almost 30 showings, and
Wow.
we had some folks try to lowball us, not even investors, like just regular first time home buyers. I'm just like, all right, what are we doing?
Yeah, that's kind of crazy, right? Well, let me ask you this, man. That brings up another good point. So, hey, listen, you can save those guys. So if you save all those buyers that were looking, and, because I have another way I can do these. So some of these I mentioned to you maybe before. If you save those buyers that you think are good buyers that may not apply for, a traditional mortgage or just high income earners, we can put them in a property that we sell, or that comes to us that we decide not to keep, that we just end up wrap into an end buyer. We need people that have high income but just don't qualify for traditional mortgage. Like I just talked to another agent that has one. He's a tow truck driver, makes like $30,000 a month, but has bad credit from who knows what. Sometimes it's just a lapse in job, or it could be anything. But he has great money, and he can put money down. Like, I have some guys that'll put $150,000 down. Some that'll put $50,000, $75,000 that can't get a traditional mortgage, but they will put that down to purchase through us. So that's one thing to keep your eye out. Just save a list, because like right now I've got this one house I'm trying to get my hands on that it won't work for any of these rentals or anything, because there's an HOA. So for those, immediately I save those to bring an end buyer into ourselves, and we'll just sell it to them subject to, and just take a little fee. And if you bring a buyer like that, I can get you a fee for just referring them over. But typically it's just someone that is just a high income earner, or is a business owner, like concrete workers or any kind of online business. Some of these people make tons of money and then they just don't show it on their taxes. And so if you just keep a mental list of those people that have huge income, that can't get approved, then we can work together. I don't have a property for them right now. I'm working on that one. If I can get that contract, I just sent them a letter, as well as because that agent kind of dropped contact with me. Who knows why, but sometimes they just fall off the face of the earth. So
it happens.
Yeah. So, and they've got other stuff going, but I don't know. Who knows why? Well, I call everybody back. I mean, I get a backlog too sometimes, but I call everybody back. But anyway, if you get people like that, we can work together on them. And you can just kind of keep them in your mind. And when the times comes, if I get a good house like this one, it's only a 3.125% interest rate. Excellent interest rate, unheard of for a new home buyer or just someone that wants to buy a home. We can get them in there and have them bring money down. But typically we do look for higher fees for these, like $55,000 to over $150,000 down.
Okay.
And people will pay that because they've got a lot of money, because they can't get approved and they're sitting there throwing rent money away. And so they will pay that for home ownership, because they would never get approved otherwise, or they just show too little money on their taxes. So you can keep your ear out, but I will call you directly when I do have one to sell like that, because you could actively call your 50 or 80 people, and you can quickly find out if one of them or two of them is willing to put money down, and I can get you a referral fee equal to like how much you make. If you make 3%, what's your average like home sale price for a listing? 350,000 or something?
Yeah, around 350. Yep, 360. Yep. And typically do like 3% commission on those. Anywhere from 2.5% to 3% for the most part. Sometimes more, depending on who if I'm like supporting a buyer, and depending on who the seller is. So like, for example, last year I helped one of my family friends purchase a home over in Fairburn, and the owner of that home was like a big corporate real estate company, and they were dishing out like 4% in commission. So it just depends, but for the most part it's around 3%, 2.5% there.
Yeah, that's good. But it still keeps you hustling. But listen, dude, I mean, yeah, if we work one of those, we could get you, depending on how well the numbers work, but we could get you $5,000, $7,000, $10,000 even by bringing one of these guys. I don't know how I haven't had a real estate agent bring someone like that, but we'd figure out how to pay you somehow on that, where it would just be, I don't know, how would that work? Like, if I have a contract for that house, and you brought that buyer. Anyway, we could just pay you on the HUD, on the
Yeah,
closing document, and
on
just
on the offer statement. Yep, that's all. Just a quick put together one of those commission documents, basically saying XYZ company is agreeing to pay the buyer agent XYZ commission.
yes.
On,
Oh yeah,
you
buyer
know,
agent. Yeah, just like that. Yeah, we could do that. So you can keep that in mind. I don't have any right now. I'm working one right now. In fact, I'll try to call. There's an agent on it, but just so you know how I work, this lady quit contacting me, but I'm still gonna pay her on it. She was just asking for a couple, like $3,000, for us to come in and take it over from somebody, but I have no idea why. But she dropped contact. But anyway, if I get one like that, I mean, you might be able to find a buyer in a week if you've got like just a list of 100 people that have come through your open houses, and you call them up and let them know. Because these kind of deals are typically just, I mean, brand new, nice, good homes. People walking away from them because they have low equity and they're moving. Like maybe they've owned them a year or two, or they got in on a VA loan or something like that. So just keep that in the back of your mind when they're coming in now. But if I get one, you can actively call your people, and you might find out in a day or two if you've got somebody. And these are easy, and I've got, like say I did one. I'll send you, I don't know if I have it up on my site. I'll send it to you. I've got a case study on one we did like that. I had to write a case study because it's so complex for people to understand, but it's really simple. I'll send it to you right now.
Okay. Yeah, if you could, that'd be great.
It's just it's just subject to paperwork. So, but anyway, yeah, I'm chiseling away at that one, but I just cannot get that realtor to call me back. So I started sending letters to their house. I'm still going to pay the lady even if she doesn't answer. She's just asking for $3,000. But the other, the all-in fee might be something around $60,000, and if you bring somebody at $70,000, boom, you made your 10. And there's people that'll do that. You'll be surprised. There's probably in Atlanta, oh man, 10,000 good buyers like that in the whole city that are business owners that just can't get approved for a loan, but it's just because they're showing low income on their taxes or something, because they're good at writing off. So then they lose out on playing the games the banks play, but maybe they've still made payments for the last 5 years on everything, and their credit is maybe 680 or something like that. There's good people out there. So just another avenue, man. We'll think about it, because that'd be quick. I'm trying to get that one. In fact, I've always got 10 I'm working on, but anyway, I don't have anything else right now. Oh, hey, you're the one, you had the land, right? You just had a different name on your email.
Yeah. Vantage Stone Group. Yeah, that's me. Yep.
Oh, okay, I almost forgot about that. That was because did it have a different first name? That's what threw me off or something. Marcus?
Yeah. So Marcus is my middle name, and I go by Marcus. John is my first name.
Okay, so I need to change it to Marcus on my what I'm in my contacts. What I'm calling you. Is that right?
Yeah. You
okay.
can call Marcus. Yeah.
Sorry about that. I was like, who? It's because I have so many people sending me stuff. Okay, man, I forgot that was you. So tell me about that. Do you think we could get that owner finance? Because I've got one of my buddies, he's actually built a hotel, and he would probably do that. Or I have two other guys. I wouldn't do it, but I would partner with someone and kind of be LP or general partner, whichever the one is, and just kind of do the deal with them like that. But that helps the initial outlay of cash until you get up to the shell, and then we can get that
Right.
first loan and then clear them off probably with that, I would assume. Um, so that's what does your guy think about doing owner finance on that to help that cash outlay? What's his thoughts?
Yeah, so he's I mean he's definitely open to seller financing. His thing was that what did he say? So his scenario is that he's not willing to go over 48 months on the balloon for the seller financing. He said he would prefer less than 48 months there for the balloon payment. Everything else honestly appeared to be fine from a term perspective there and a number perspective. It was just the balloon payment item. But I mean, he's a solid guy as well. So he's probably someone that we can potentially hop on a call with, because I mean he's pretty receptive, and he works at planning and zoning for the city of East Point down here in Atlanta, and that's how I got connected with him, because he had reached out to me out of the blue, trying to market these lots that he has here. But he was hesitant on the year time frame for the balloon payment.
Okay, so he wants the highest price and he wants a faster balloon.
Right. He's got to be some give and get here. Like you can't get both. Can't get both, man. But yeah, that's unfortunate. I can circle back to him.
No, I'm just playing, but that's all right. That's how they are, man. They're gonna ask they're gonna pick from every pocket. But if he does the owner finance, that's something that we could work with, because I mean, but still, I mean, well, I mean, listen, you could talk directly to him. I mean, I can too, but I mean, you could tell him just as well, because it seems you're doing fine. The investment. You can definitely bring me in. The real question is, listen, he could tell us in 5 seconds if he could do it. And if he can, we would just ask for maybe 45 days. I mean, we could do like a 30-day close on that and then just extend it 15 more if we need it. We just do a little more time for the land aspect of things, because it's not as straightforward. But I mean, we may be able to just straight get that answer and lock that up. But we could do a 30-day contract to close. You said it was 100,000, right?
Yeah, 100,000. Yep, for the 4 parcels. Yep, so 25. 25K a piece for the 4 parcels.
Okay, and so then your commission on that. What would we need to get total? Because is there another agent or just you?
So commission on that. I mean, I'd be good with 3% still. I'm not picky or anything. So 3% on the 100,000. That would be perfect. That'd be ideal.
Okay, so there, and then what do you think it'd take to close that land? Around $2,500, or how much?
For the earnest money?
Oh well, earnest is fine, but how much do you think the closing cost would be? I'm just trying to look at all my cash.
Closing costs on that. So you save. I'd say no more. I mean, it shouldn't be any more than. I mean, I would. Typically down here, it's anywhere from like 2 to 3% on the purchase price. So I'd say I'd ballpark range 3,500 to 4,500 around there. Just to be safe.
Okay. Yep. And then, what do you think he would want for earnest money for 30 days? 30-day close. We could do earnest money. How much would work? Because I got to also look at. Probably go ahead with a survey, either way, unless he's got a recent one.
I believe he has a recent one. I believe he sent it to me previously. I can go back and check. I want to say he does have he has a survey because he's an engineer by trade too. So he was thinking about developing the lots himself, but he just doesn't have the bandwidth to do it
Man, that's
there.
crazy,
But
right? He doesn't have the bandwidth to do it, and then he's really wants to get paid. I think it's a little high. Don't you think it's a little high? I mean, I can work with
I
him.
do.
I mean, it's
I
definitely
do.
like 5K extra per lot or something he's asking. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yep.
could you let him know that? Because if you look in the whole area all around and expand further out, there's something that's been listed for a couple of years for 20,000, you know, and they've gone down and down in price. And you can just let them know, hey, do you want to have this listed for a long time? We've got guys where you can turn your money and you can just go into the next one. Or, you know, why don't you let this guys have a 3-year balloon? May not need it, you know. Plan is to go forward with construction, get the shells up, refinance them out, and then just continue on. But it's just like you dealt with on your flip, man. There's about 50 more hurdles you have to jump through to get to build the whole house versus, you know, fixing one. And so that's why we're not trying to like nickel and dime. It's just the reality of trying to come in with something that will work given the market. I mean, what are the days on market out there as well? I mean, you start looking at that. We have to price it right for that. We're not going to price it something higher. It's just a whole process, man. It goes on. So, I mean, if he could do 3-year balloon and, you know, do like 6.75% interest, I mean, it's not like, so, you know, versus him holding that, paying his taxes and just not turning his money, this would get it secured and it would give him interest, you know, more than he's getting in his savings, and immediately he'd become the bank and be earning a little extra, plus he'd get his full payout. So, you know, if you talk to him about it, just say that, let him know, hey, we're asking a little high price. We can definitely pay that since he's doing the terms, but would he give us 3 years and 6.75% interest? And then what do you think earnest money would make him happy on this? And we can do a 30-day close.
Yeah. I would say earnest money more than likely around 5,000 to show that we're serious here. I can definitely confirm that because we hadn't necessarily chatted about earnest money, but I think to kind of just show, you know, how serious we are here, I think 5,000 typically, from what I'm seeing on some of these other land deals, usually fits the bill there.
Sure. Okay. Yeah, and so, we could do that. So if you ask for that survey from him, we got you in at 3,000, and that would close out at closing, right? We can do 30 days. And just know that because it's land, you know, we you know, just the ability to extend should something come up with the different studies that need to be done. But any survey he has would be great, and as well as anything else. What else is there a soil study or something else that's needed, or is that all included in his survey? Whatever he's got, we'll take it, and then we could just come in with that offer and just see if we do 3 years, just to give a little more breathing room. Not that it would be needed. Plan would be to go forward, but that's just an element of that. And push on the price, but don't change it. Just let them know, hey, you're up there a little bit high, maybe $15,000 high, but these guys will pay it. Can you give him a year, 6.75%? And just see if he'll do it. If he's not happy with one part of it, just let me know what it is. But otherwise, I think he's going to have to sit there and hold that like that for.
I agree. And he's been holding it for some time because he had actually emailed me about the properties last year there. But let me actually, I'll give him a call.
Well, tell him that. Perfect example. See how long he's held it and see how much he's paid in taxes on it, and just say, hey man, you know, we can flip you right to the other side right away, you know, no loss. We can get you interest earned a little bit on this, and just balloon it out, and you're set. And just see what he's uncomfortable with, and we can see if we can work it out. And that gives, I'll talk to a couple of guys I know that I would do it with, and then I'll make sure that we have everything ready to roll from day one.
Okay, perfect. All right, that'll work. That'll work then, Riley. So yeah, let me do that, man. I got to jump here.
Okay.
About to meet up with the client here. They just pulled up here. So let me confirm with him. I'll give him a call once I'm done with my client tonight, and then I can touch base with you. Plan to touch base with you tomorrow, based upon what he says.
Sure.
And we can go from there.
For sure. Yeah. Let me know, and then I'll make some calls as well and make sure.
Okay.
We would just have everything ready from the first day. That way we wouldn't even go down any road if we can't go down it. But yeah, I'll let you go, my man. Good talking. I didn't realize it was you because of the name difference. I'm sorry, man.
Yeah.
That's the deal. That's the one we need to talk about.
Yeah, no worries at all, man. But yeah, lock me in as Marcus down, so you have it going forward. And that was actually my business, one of my other business emails there. But I'm glad you brought it up, man.
All right, well, I'll let you get back to it. But thanks for sending these others and trying. And yeah, we'll be in touch tomorrow. Just text me. It's all good. You can even just text me, whatever.
All right, sounds good.
All right, brother. We'll talk soon, man.
Brother. Take care.
All right.
All right. Good. Take care.
All right. That's funny. He has a different name on his email, and it was the one deal that I wanted to talk about, and I forgot it was him because I've been talking to him through another name on the CRM. So I just fixed that. So yeah, 4 lots for $100,000. It's a little bit high, but that's okay because it helps with financing. I don't really need 3 years. I'm just pushing a little. I think he'll say some part of it, and then we may come down on the 100,000. But I mean, if he's set on the 100, let me just text him right now. Hey, oh man. Hey Marcus, great talking. How about this? $95K on a 2-year balloon, and his response to and we can do 6.75% interest on that. And then I can, what I will do is call my guy for land right now. They want $5K earnest money. Sounds like he just he refied out. All right. So, and what was it down that he wanted? We said 10K down, right? Let me see what we had offered him. 15K down. All right, now we're cooking. see what the taxes are, and ask him if he would and let him know he is saving on the taxes and hey, Marcus, great talking. How about this? See if he would do 95K on a 2-year balloon. His response to the shorter balloon term, and we can do 6.75% interest on that, because sure, sounds like he just wants to get paid earlier. That way, he has the sale locked in, and he will be refied out sooner. We said, I'll be like, so we said 15K down, 2-year term. Ask him for 95K, and we can pay closing costs. See what the taxes are, and let him know he's saving on the taxes and realtor fee and closing cost. Or you are with him, you are representing him for 3% as well. All right, so let me get this. And I need to send a message. Let me try. I'm going to send a message right now to my land buyers. Shoot, I'll just call one right now. I got to update my stuff. Come on. Let's just call a buyer here. I don't know if he'll answer, but we'll just try. Actually, you know what? I'll email him first. Let me look up this neighborhood. And ask him if he's got buyers there. Whoops. Let's see where that was real quick, guys. All right there. Let me just ask him. I may have to go off because I don't want to give this one away to everybody on the live. So what I'm going to do is give my guy a call. See if I can mute it, honestly. It might be difficult. Tell you what, yeah, guys, I may have to end the stream so I can do this land call, because I can't give away this deal. Because this one I probably contract, and if he's asking 15, and a deal is 100. If we put a 20K fee on top, it'd be 35K down plus closing costs plus realtor of 3K, 3,500. 2-year balloon. You know who I will call is, see, my man has got some property for me. I really do need to mute this though. See if I can go in my settings. Yeah, I can just mute it right there. Let's do it. All right, guys, I probably have to start some kind of private stream. I don't know where I would do that, but I can, so that you guys can see me like close these. This one I'm going to try to make a 20K fee on and bring the buyer myself directly, but I do have someone else I could work with. If I do, we'd probably do 25K to make 12,500 each. Just see if someone would want that. I have a couple buyers that might be interested. Some more I could message. But yeah, I'll probably have to just pause this, guys, so I can call this, call my buyers, keep it off stream. And yeah, so hope you guys enjoyed today. I'm going to call the buyers on this. I'll update you on it and splice it together if this does end up being a deal. Essentially what I'm going to do is a 30-year term and 6.75% interest, $15,000 down, $100,000 purchase price. The way that we do these is the seller wants $15,000 down, okay, and $100,000 purchase price. So essentially, I would just bring someone that puts down, $35,000. So I make a $20,000 fee, and in return, they get that, property that's financed, and then they can utilize that to, get their next phase of funding on their build. So just depends if that's of interest for them. I've actually, I'm lowering it now to be 95,000. So 95,000 and putting $35,000 down. So I'm going to call a couple of my buyers right now and see if I can put that together. If I can, I will make another stream about it, and I'll make a little short and maybe a little video, splice that together. And I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm going to make those calls right now.